Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Rakan that's locked in, so the lovers duo for Bao and Becca on the bottom side. Becca has enjoyed playing the Rakan. He's 50-50 on it so far after a couple of games, but doesn't even necessarily... Yep, he's already set up for this one. Ghost is going to be popped here as Kingin. Could just get stunned up. He's going to throw down the Storm. Gets himself the shield right on the edge, but the flash forward, and Kingin's just dead. Already an Executioner's Calling picked up as well, so making it...
Trade, right, because you've Grasp, so that's just naturally... It's going to feel very good for you, as we see Pioshik. Great capitalization, right? Your opponent makes a play on top side, gets the first blood, gets some plates, then you are going to take a dragon.
With an ultimate.
Yeah, unfortunately for Karis, oh, never mind, had 5 in the top lane.
Yeah, a bit of a battle as Kingin throws down the ulti. Rascal has his already running as in goes Pioshik. He flashes forward, and that's going to be the capitalization on Rascal not having his flash. You can see Clid trying to fight this one out as Kingin can't actually get in. Solka turns up. Can they actually win the fight, though, as Clid's down extraordinarily low? Tries to turn it onto Solka. Good sidestep, but it's not going to be enough. Solka grabs the kill in the end, and DRX come out on the bottom side of the map. It's just getting worse and worse on the bottom side. They'll actually take the turret, and Ruler's going to be so rich. You know that back that you were talking about? It still hasn't happened. He's got like 3 items.
What Ruler does there, literally all you need to do is just bully them out of the lane, right? Like you have the Rift Herald. You don't even need to get the kill. I think Ruler knows there as well that probably just going to force some. The problem with this is, again, you're playing into an Azir as here they go.
Yep, they're trying to get on top of Ruler here, who gets knocked up. Is going to Killer Instinct, flashes to try and get out of the way. Pioshik should be able to get it underneath the turret and does so. Very difficult to run away from an Udyr. So Ruler is finally punished.
On you, and also the Udyr dots ticking. Not going to go well.
Well, speaking of things not going well, Solka's dead in the mid lane. I think that was just a setup from life. He was angry.
Which don't think is necessary, but sure.
Yeah, and it is going to be an Infernal Soul as well. That's another 50-50 that I've won today, by the way.
Yeah.
Nailed it. There was a possibility that we got yet another.
Karis might be in trouble here.
Yep, Emperor's Divide, but the stun still comes in. The quickness is out, and Becca just walks towards the Azir, and he is just gonna die. Pioshik gets that kill very comfortably. In a turret is the trade on the top side of the map as Ruler and Bao trying to fight.
I don't know if he has backup or not.
Well, he's able to move over, grabs a couple of little wolves, but does create enough space for them to try and get some work done here. Dominus actually popped right now as Rascal's very far forward. There's the Void Seeker as Ruler. Killer Instinct, but immediately has to flash to get himself out. Life goes golden. The quickness from Becker, but it looks like both supports will be hitting the ground. Rascal now off towards the backside. Pioshik just gets healed up, and he's going to be fine. And now, maybe Karis overstepped, is able to shift some 5 around the Drake now. It has been started up by DRX. Pioshik seems to be able to ignore the damage pretty effectively. Gen.G in position right now as Life standing off towards the backside. It's actually Bao that locks down the Drake somehow, as there's the grand entrance. Fantastic value, but Karis does go golden, and Ruler locks down the kill onto Becca. Karis actually making it out alive as Kingin's in a little bit of trouble. Goes back, picks up his shield. He will be all right, but DRX get to Soul Point.
And it's again a Zayat. It's a return of the Teddy game where the Feathers pick up the objective in the end. And we did see the pings go down initially. Gen.G thinking about the Baron, but in the end not going through with it, which I think is a good call. And I don't know, man. Like, DRX said it again and again. It's such an incredible team when they get to play their own game. And Pioshik's Udyr definitely seems to fit the bill there. And Gen.G yet again having a problem where they don't really seem like they're continuously on the same page with these engages, as Life was the flash.
Yep, the flash from Pioshik is going to be there as well. A very dead Life. Pioshik just boops him, and in goes Kingin now. The bear drop up towards the top side as Pioshik turns up as well. Both of the bears are here, and Clid's underneath the turret. Not really looking like he knows what to do. The Gore Drinker not quite enough to keep him alive. And Clid down. That is Jungler dead, and DRX now potentially with their sights on the Baron.
But I've actually liked Rascal to push it through. The fact that he backs tells me that, yeah, he's going to teleport in. He's going to try and contest here. This is not a Baron you can give up as Gen.G.
I do remember certain Kai'Sa and Azirs around Barons being quite scary. Becca off to the side, though. And they're not going to be able to contest this. Will be Pioshik able to lock that one down as DRX
Can't really engage on top of him. If you had a Shiruma Shuffle, He'll be fine.
Oh.
Live gets caught as well, and this is feeling like an increasingly sloppy game from Gen.G, who get caught left and right.
Waters
The flank
the
again.
entire time.
They don't have vision. Becca's at the bot side.
They can see that Becca isn't here, and they need to be very scared about this one. As Becca comes in, the Grand Entrance doesn't really get the work done, but Life is just dead in an instant. Ruler zoned out there by Pioshik as in goes the second bear. Ruler looking for the kill. They do manage to get the shutdown, as now Ruler needs to keep himself alive. Kingin looking to try and close the gap. He's so tanky. As Karis off on the backside, he still has the Emperor's Divide available. He's in vision. The Drake is going to reset. Remember, this is Infernal Soul Point. DRX need to try and get there as they've got 2 teleports. They can get these health bars back, and look at these backs. They're being stopped left, right, and center. Rascal locks down Becca, and the Azir is able to lock down the kill, and now Gen.G should be able to get their first Infernal of the game.
Life is the sacrificial lamb here, and here comes the power from that buff from Ruler that we saw earlier. Complete opposite approach. This is really risky from DRX, very far forward.
Yep, Life, remember, is extremely squishy. He's going to get himself all the way out of there as the Kai'Sa just gets collapsed on and destroyed. Rascal trying to get into the backline, but that's why this Xayah exists. It's so that she can Featherstorm and BK. And Pioshik is taking care of 2 people by himself. We were talking about the fact that Gen.G had found team fights that they wanted. This is an example of absolutely not what they want. And there's the bear smack to the back of the head of the Jarvan.
Look at him go.
And now he's just walking around the base. Look at this. Look at this bear. He's terrifying. Oh, now he's a chicken. Now he's a turtle. It's Franklin. It's all sorts of things. And this is DRX taking down the inhibitor turret. The inhibitor's going to fall afterwards. There are only 3 dead, but are they just going to go for the win? They might. Oh, God. Kingin's just gigantic. Yeah, that's a super dead Pigeon Man in the mid lane, and that should be the game. As Clip's trying to hold on to the minion wave. Do they actually have any minions here? No, they don't. The backdoor bonus is in, but they have 2 very, very tanky bears, remember. Ruler is now back alive, but he has no Nexus turrets to hide under, and Pioshik is just a missile heading towards him. Gets onto the fountain, but that's it. That's the game. The Nexus will... A Dr. Mondo. We lost the game, but it was not his fault. He was huge. As that's Leona, so this is going to be Ruler having to self-peel on the Aphelios. This could be...
the kind of game where until we actually start to see some fights and we start to see some action, I don't really know what to expect, and Rascal goes in here.
Yeah, good little stun as the dice comes out as well. Kingin gonna have to try and kite this one as best he can. You can see Rascal holding onto the flash, knows that the trade flash should be there as old Kingin flashes into the brush. Clit is here though. Kingin's still trying to hop out, gets it onto the last minion in the queue. And now Clid's still looking for it. Kingin knows that he needs to keep running as the spear is going to miss the flash forward, and that's going to do it. Clid locks down the first blood for Gen.G, and they knew exactly how important that was. Really nice, but it may not be enough as Becca is going to get the flash out. There's the 2-man shockwave, but the face break is too good, and Solka will lock down the kill on the Orianna. Has himself a few plates in this one, and Mundo not going to be throwing him a bone or anything with Shelly being put down as Kingin gets a Nara onto the wall, but the spear is going to connect. The wallop only onto one as Clid. We're going to chase him down, and you can see Rascal just backs away and says, yep, you can have it, Clid. 2-0 now for this Nidalee. Real scary. And it looks like we're not going to have our wish button. Rascal might actually get dove here. Shelly, she's going to pop down, and yeah, these gonks are starting to hurt. From Pioshik as well, who has that ulti running. Gets underneath this turret. They do want this dive, but Clid's going to turn up now. The turret down extraordinarily low, and the teleport comes in from Gen.G. Pioshik a little bit too far forward, and he will be taken down. The Nidalee gets another kill. Now 3-0-0.
The Clid also going towards that bot side.
Ooh, there's the face breaker. The showstopper comes down. Life in a lot of trouble as Pioshik. Can he land the cleaver? Looks like the answer's going to be yes. Haymaker comes down. Pioshik actually grabs the kill in the end as Clid looking to come on in here. Moonshot does come in, but not actually able to do enough. And Ruler will just clear up this minion wave, not being able to actually answer with any sort of kill as they are setting up here. Becca on a ward. Pioshik not so much. Now they're looking to go home. As okay, another face breaker comes in. Ruler knew that he was there as the flash out from Bao, and that's what Ruler was expecting. He's just got too much damage. What the heck was that spear avoided from Bao there? And the flash forward from Clid. That's awkward. That's real uncomfortable. Zhonya's does come in. The flash, and Ruler grabs the kill, takes a couple of turret shots and survives.
No way. He wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We sort of saw it coming. but still sad. As Clid's on their rotation down, they should be able to get here for a potential 50-50 if they want this fight. But Becca not actually going to have time to get any sort of flank, and Rascal is in the perfect position. Clid locks down the Cloud Drink. That's Cloud Soul. You can see Rascal moving into the backside. I say Soul, I mean Soul Point, as there's a two-man shockwave. Big Gnar into the back as Rascal hasn't been able to get in on this one at all. And look at Ruler. He cleanses the Ignite at exactly the right time, but it's not enough. He's still out of this one, and it's a double kill for the Mundo. Give him the triple DRX. He deserves it, as Rascal's trying to get out of there. He failed flashes, though, unfortunately, and they should be able to get him. The Void Seeker's going to connect, and there are the boomerangs. Becca not actually able to find the Haymaker, and Rascal's just a little bit too fast. And so I think he should be able to make it. 3,300 damage for Dr. Mundo, by the way. This guy's the carry.
I was about to ask you.
One of their jobs, they need to try and deny this Cloud Soul as much as they can, and they are going to be able to do so. Clid going to be a little bit late to the party, as you can see. In goes King, and Clid's immediately going to go golden. His life pushed against the wall. Clid might just be out of this fight immediately as teleport comes down from Gen.G. Ruler is free hitting, though. And that GA that we were talking about is not going to quite find that value. Life standing on top of him as Rascal just slicing on in there. He's in the Thunderdome that this Dragon Pit has created, but Ruler had full control. And unfortunately, DRX chose the wrong fight.
And yet again, it's Gen.G that are able to bait DRX into a fight that they are not particularly looking for. It starts off really well with the like that DRX is going for the preemptive Drake take, a set, the Soul. Generally, you just don't want to give it over. It's just never going to feel good, even though it's a Cloud Soul. Thank you, Atlas. The least efficient of Souls. It is still something that provides an immense amount of value here for Gen.G. And if you can deny it to them, you will feel very happy about it. Also denies an
as Void Seeker's going wide, Boomerang's going wide, Trophy's going wide. And Rascal, he's going to stop Becca from being able to get in here, actually, as you can see.
I love the flank control here. This is something that they had a really big problem with in the first game. And it looks like they might have solved it here.
Yep, another gong comes in here as the Moonlight Vigil goes down. That's going to be the steal, actually, from the Kai'Sa, but I don't know whether it's going to matter as Pyosik goes down way too low. Bao gets over the wall, and it's looking like a whitewash. Into the backline goes Rascal and just obliterates DRX. Kingen looks for the ulti onto Karis, but he just Zhonya's, then flashes, and then he's able to take down Bao as well. Over the wall goes Kingen. Ruler's still alive, by the way, and this means that the game is most likely over. Kingen trying to waste as much time as possible, but Rascal has a teleport, and they'll be able to grab this Guardian Angel and take down the Gnar pretty comfortably. That's the ace, and that should be the game. We're going to a game 3 once again, as we're not going to be having dinner, but we're going to eat League of Legends for dinner, as we've got as much of it as we can possibly have. Ruler should easily get rid of these. And Gen.G, they fight back in game number 2.
6 games on the first day, I'll take it. Incredible performance from Gen.G here after a really shaky game number 1. I'm very happy that they respect DRX enough in the second game to...
You've played a lot of, and it is feared for a reason. The Syndra are going to be locked in, Sulka just going to handshake the mid lane. And look, DRX do have...
I don't think you can do that.
All right, I'm never going to do it again. I've been shown. I've been shown.
I really appreciate
Are we going to do it again? Are we doing it again? This level 1 fight is happening once again. We'll see whether Rascal's actually going to be able to win this one, as Kingen's going to chase him towards his own turret. He tried to wait out the shield, actually, and get another... Oh, he did it! Waits for the Cull the Meek and picks up the kill. Kingen, unfortunately...
I think I got cancelled there, or if he was just... decided not to, but that does mean that there will be free prio as you see the...
Yeah, great timing for a fight. Yeah, the double play is brilliant. Life gonna Haymaker and then Flash. Looks to try and get out of the way as Bao flashes forward. Picks up the kill. Ruler down to 100 as Kresh pulls Clid in, and he's gonna have to flash to get himself out. There is 1 flash left, by the way, and it might have to be used right now as Kara's going down solo. The shockwave is flashed. Sulka has to throw down an orb. The last auto's there, and DRX put him down. There are no flashes left, and also the kill comes through. Pyosik might get punished here from Clid, though, as he dives forward. The lantern for the bait was just so good. And whether they can win this lane as well, that Rascal has already won for himself, and you can see he's actually pressing forward. Shield is going to be picked up. There's the ult in as Rascal immediately flashing. Dominus has been popped, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough. Clid looking to come through. Cull the Meek is fantastic, but Undertow is even better. Pyosik just outranges the spear, and Clid necessarily saying that Pyosik is like the best player. But when he's playing well, he does so much for the team, right? Like that's That's sort of the point, and it's actually very different, as we do manage to get the crash on the bottom side. The tower still alive for a little while, as it does eventually go down. Moonlight Vigil is not going to be able to find enough.
And now they lose the next dragon, and the gold lead is grown. It's now 3k. Is DRX just gonna like...
Exactly what you were talking about playing aggressively. This is how you're supposed to do it. Deny the jungle and be aggressive. Ruler's still able to get some damage down, so you might need to continue respecting that.
Yeah, so there is still a problem, right? And the problem is Ruler.
Becca dying. That's
also,
bad.
yes.
Teleport immediately to come in here as Clid finds a couple of autos.
Want to be in, so... I actually feel like DRX, they're in a really good spot this game, and looking at the draft, not what I expected at all. I'm so impressed with what these guys are showing here.
Yeah, they it's just the DRX effect, right? It's like whatever you expect to happen is probably not going to happen. As there's a shockwave, but Karis is going to take a bunch of damage. Good spear lands from Clid there. But Shirley's just going to come on in, Life looking for a position. Haymaker comes down first. That's going to block a lot of those orbs, but still, Solka makes it to safety thanks to Phase Rush and a Flash. There's now Ruler trying to run away from Pyoshik. Teleport towards the top side. Solka in way too much trouble. This time he has no Flash, as he'll see whether he can try and trade something back as the shockwave comes in. And yeah, Solka presses his R button, but not enough orbs for that one. And that is a dead Syndra.
Now Gen.G has a man advantage. That is a lot of poke damage also gone. The rest of the team is more of a hard commit or a have a problem type of damage coming through here. But DRX has a short track to the mid lane here, and we've all seen what Apitos does to turrets. He disappears fairly quickly, and he does that here as well. There's like
he had the
net gain for DRX. Which I don't know if that's necessarily true, but I think kills on Rascal at this point don't really change anything, as we see a fight here in the top lane.
Yeah, here's the ulti. Shield comes down from the big old bear, and look, this fight is taking a long time, but DRX, I mean, the boys are going to turn up, and Rascal is going the wrong direction. Lantern goes out. Becker is actually going to be able to utilize that one as Rascal goes golden to see his death, and I think the kill is going to be delivered. No, it's not. Kingan's going to take that one. But still, another overextension this time on Gen.G's side, but they might be able to capitalize with the turret in the mid lane. No, they will not, because Pyoshik gets here too fast.
And they still have Crescendum. They can shred through this Baron in a matter of seconds. We see the pings coming down now. Gen.G don't want to give this up, and they really shouldn't. But if they lose this fight, they might also open themselves up to a Mountain Soul. It's looking really rough here, but maybe for the steal here, and otherwise a big play from Ruler.
Yep, we'll see whether Clid can get in. It's a 2-level advantage for Pyoshik, though, so his smite is way better than this Nidalee. It looks like Clid's still trying to look for an opportunity, but all 5 members of DRX, and they are so tanky. The 2-man shockwave comes in. The Baron is secured by DRX, and they take down Clid. And also, Mountain Soul is available. The rest of Gen.G are moving over there, but now, I mean, Rascal's respawned, yes, but he's still so far away, and Gen.G will not be able to burst through this. Oh man, it's just going from bad to worse for Gen.G.
Pretty sure that's a nail in the coffin. Like, I shouldn't say that because it's DRX, right? And they'll find a way to turn it around in a negative
yeah,
way.
True.
But this is just Gen.G looking so disorganized, right? Like the random picks that they find, it's looking like
this Baron once again. They have so much damage. Another Crescendum has been put into position here for Bao. Calibrum there as well if he wants to get some poke down.
All or nothing.
Himself out of the pick. And yeah, Gen.G are going to have to try and go for this. Trying to get towards a 50-50, but it's a 3-level advantage now for Pyoshik, because there's the Moonlight Vigil. Life goes golden. That's decent to try and buy some time. As Kingan, he gets into position on the Baron, and they are going to continue leashing it out here. Life down to below half health. And Gen.G just slowly but surely losing the war of attrition. There is a Blast Cone available. Life looking for some sort of flank or something. He still does have the Showstopper, but I just don't know whether he's going to be able to actually do anything. Kingan in the back of the pit. DRX going to get in there as Pyoshik is going to land that smite. 3 levels does mean that's probably going to happen. There's the ulti over the wall from Kingan, just in case Clid was able to make it out of that pit. Now flashing onto Rascal. Randuin's Omen's good here from the Renekton. Feels like the damage may have been done, as there's an Elder Drake, remember, and a dead jungler on the side of Gen.G. DRX, okay, 3-man shockwave. That's not bad there from Karis, but that is only a disengage, and he does no damage.
That's the problem, right? Like, that's what we said before. He does nothing. That's the if that hits the squishies, it does a little bit more, but it's still not what you're looking for. And just the sheer power, like
Mountain Soul shield But then what happens after that, right? The shockwave just does precisely 0. And DRX, yeah, this is the Phalanx moving down, and I just don't know, like, you see this as Gen.G, like, what are you supposed to do when these guys are walking towards you? Yes, that spear landed on Bow, but that got rid of, like we were talking about, the Mountain Drake shield. As Kingen, he's on these Nexus turrets, the next one going to go down here. One of them's going to be turned off as Kingen, yeah, loses, you know, a quarter of his health bar. That's it. And now they're looking to taxi this next minion wave in. I have a feeling that DRX are just going to win it right now, and there's just not a lot that Gen.G can actually do about it whatsoever. Ruler has to cleanse pretty much nothing as, oh my god, the Elder just destroys him. The Nexus is a bit of an afterthought as they're trying to take as many kills as they can, but DRX in game 3 managed to take down Gen.G.